Hello to all my beautiful neighbors. Welcome to Britt's Block. I am Britt. As you come in, please like the video. Helps me to get into the algorithm. And the more likes I get, the more I can be seen. So make sure you like the video. And tell your neighbors and your friends and yourself, if you hadn't hit the little red button over there to subscribe, please hit that button and subscribe to my channel. And make sure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be informed. But we're going to take this moment to pause right quick so you can go ahead and like the video. Please and thank you. But in all seriousness, because this video is serious. I think about the video that BrownSkynGyrl and Gossip Girls dropped the other day of Martell court documents. And if you haven't looked at those videos, please take time to go back and look at them. I will link them to this, pin them to this video so you can follow the link. They are a must watch because, you know, we heard so much about what was going on, but to literally hear what the court records say that we know are going to be factual is sad, y'all. It's really sad what those kids are going through. So I will say, if you have been through some issues growing up with, you know, being ABUSC, I will still say watch it, but watch it in moderation as much as you can take. And for the rest of us, you know, get you a nice drink. I don't drink, but get you something to get through it, because you want to kill a nigga at the end of this. A ninja. Sorry. But my question is, will the real fathers stand up? Again, will the real fathers stand up? We look at this show, and a lot of times we talk about the wives and all these failing business that they have, because most of them are failing besides Melanie. And we see all the toxic stuff that are going on in this show. But we forget about the kids. And these people that say they're fathers. But to be a father, you take care of home. You take care of your wives. You take care of your kids. You do what you're supposed to do as a man. That makes a good father. But most of these men on these shows are BDs. And I don't mean baby daddies. I mean bad decisions. And I won't take that back. And allegedly, in my opinion, these BDs are bad decisions. We're going to look into Chris Fletcher, Maurice, Marceau, and we're going to leave Satan's demon spawn, Martell, for the end. So let's get into this with Chris Fletcher. Now, we know he has 4 kids. Lance, Lexus, Kayla, and Lil Lance. And we have saw in time past, especially with Lexi coming out and saying the stuff that she said about her father, about him not being there and how she feel unwanted. Now, I'm going to say, and this all alleged in my opinion, her mother has a great hand in there also. And I'm not going to put all the blame on her, because Chris as a father, regardless of what you was going through as you was growing up, because we as parents, and when we're young, we're growing up as well as our kids are growing up, so we're not going to know everything. But a lot of times, it's not the point of knowing everything, but it's just the point of giving them time. And I understand that he lived in another state, but even if he called her every day and say, just how your day going, you know, how your week going, or called her every other week or once a week, I think she wouldn't be at the point she is with him, as far as feeling like, you ain't been there for me in all my 28 years that she said. Because she see the lack of time that he spent with her. And I'm not gonna put that everything on him. So if you don't like that boy, I don't know what to tell you. But he should have spent more time with her somehow. And then you got Chris Jr. over here. He's stealing unnecessary stuff. And you got parents that are running business, in successful business. I would say with them, they got money. But he crying out for attention or just doing whatever he want to do and feel like, I want to have this and have that. But basically, looking back at the video where Chris and Lil Chris was talking, he had some issues and they are deep rooted. Because he was telling his dad then, look, I have to go out in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock to go here. He's like, well, why you got to do that? I just got a lot on my mind. I got a lot of things going on. And as a father, you should be able to be open for your kids to come and talk to you about any issues, about anything that's going on. And in my opinion, especially your sons, because if you spend time with them, they know that they can come to you and talk to you at any time. Now, we already know that Nell is probably not the easiest to talk to because we see how she pop off in a second. But a man should be able to go to their father especially, and say, look, I'm dealing with these issues, and if you can't fix it then, say, look, son, I'm willing to go with you to go get some help. So it's like, Chris, you're dropping the ball as far as time spent with your kids because they're not understanding. Because then, too, you got to think about it. When him and Nell separated was like a year or so, and that's time that he missed with his son. And it was probably a time when he probably went to the left and he needed him. So, where are the fathers? And then we go on to Caillou Maurice. Now, he gonna go get his son from Kiowa, Monster. And see, I have a problem with that nickname. Because I believe when we speak those things that be not as though they were. And every time you call that little boy Monster, you speaking that over his life. Come here, Monster. Hand me that, Monster. Let's go here, Monster. You speaking that over that boy's life. So when he get in trouble and do stuff, just remember you call him, you spoke that into existence. Because I ain't never saw a good Monster before in my life. So, find something else to call that little boy other than that. And I hate calling it that myself. But that's not what he need to be called. So he went to go get Kyle away, and in my opinion, he went and got it because if he was paying child support, he didn't want to. He just want to pay child support. Because all you did was went and got another burden to lean on Kimmy. Because Kimmy would have to tell you, Maurice, you need to spend time with him. Maurice, you need to take him here. Maurice, you need to do it. She is not your mother. And you're a grown-ass man, and nobody should tell you what kind of time you need to spend with your own child. And see, it's the difference. Kimmy ain't his mama. So he not going to listen to her like he would listen to Kyle, because we saw it for a lot of examples. Well, I was telling him to do this, and he didn't do it. Why you in discipline? She not going to discipline somebody else's child. It's your job to do that. This girl is going through cancer, battling radiation, everything else. She got to come home and make sure Monster eat, Monster go to the school, Monster do this, Monster do that. While you doing nothing. You trying to go to school while Monster in school. So here she is. She got 3 sons. That's the bottom line with Kimmy. Kimmy taking care of 3 boys, 3 sons. And then, if you look at it, I never saw a point where Maurice has ever been a good father or stepfather to Jalen. Sidebar, I flip Facebook, Google, Instagram, up and down just to find one picture with Maurice and Jalen by themselves and couldn't find one. I don't ever see him sitting this boy down and having a teachable moment. Now you married to this woman. She might have once been your side piece, but now she's your wife. And when you take on that responsibility as a wife and she got a son, that's your son now. You marry me, oh, we a BOGO. Buy one, get one free. Deal. Yeah, and it ain't half price. We come as a package. But I've not saw, this boy don't went to college. I've never saw him sit down and say, look, man, you know, you finna go off to college, you know, and it's a lot going on there. And you gonna have girls out there, but make sure you get your book work done. And then, you know, go ahead with them girls, you know, wrap it up. Here you go to help you, you know, stay through life. You know, I'm here for you if you need me. None of that. I never saw that downtime in that boy time that he spent with him. Never. Now, Marceau called himself, I guess, being some kind of figure when Jalen was working for him, but all he was telling the boy, telling him what to do, but not showing him how. So, you as a father, you lacking with your own son and your stepson because you don't have any time at all to give to them. And I don't know why, because we saw you in no lawyer office or no courtroom as a water boy or delivering documents. So we know you ain't got no real job. Because I'm scratching my head, I ain't saw it yet. So, again, where are the fathers? And let's move over down here to Marceau. Marceau so bad after he don't know his son got a peanut butter allergy. About to take him out of here. Rest easy, baby. See you on the other side. You don't spend any time with your kids, and it has been shown season after season of where you don't spend any time with your kids. When Tisha went out with Melody and had to leave them kids there with you, I thought that was your last day on earth. And then you didn't do shit but lay in the bed. Daddy, we hungry. Y'all can't fix your own food? I mean, if they could, she probably wouldn't even ask you to stay there with them. Dummy. Those kids were not able to fix their food, and you act like you was keeping somebody else's kids. Like they wasn't even a product of your own seed. We know you just a donor, but you act like it kills you to keep your kids. And then Tisha take the boy to go get a haircut. That should be the time that you spend with your son. Say, look, we're going to go over here and get your haircut. We're going to do some little men things. I'm going to teach you how to do this, teach you how to do that. I ain't saw nothing. Y'all went on a trip to Africa, and people can say what they will or may, because I posted a picture in a group on Facebook, and people try to get mad at me, but they look so unhappy. He over there with that famous drink in his hand, as usual, and everybody else look like they didn't even want to be there. It's like, you over here, they over there, and if you go back and look at most of the pictures that they posted, you really only saw him maybe 1 or 2 pictures. The rest of the time, it was just them. So it's like, you know, I'm going to take y'all over here, but I got other things to do. Y'all do y'all own thing. And it's like, every time you see Tisha, she got the kids. You out here doing nothing. Going here and there. And because it got so bad to where you had to have show enough come and keep the kids, because to me, you didn't want to be bothered with them. Because she want to go out here and live a life and do work, and you don't want her to, because you rather for her to stay with these kids. So you ain't got to deal with them. Again, where are the fathers? And now we finna go over here to Satan's demon seed, Martell. Y'all listen to them documentations. It made me cry. But what got me the most was when they played a video, and that baby was sitting in that car seat, and he asked them, "Do you want me to whoop you?" And the way she cried out, you could hear the fear and the hurt in her heart. And him not realizing that's gonna make this child scar her for life. As she grow up, somebody can throw their hands up waving at somebody. She gonna be ducking and dodging. Because she gonna think when somebody just randomly throw their hands up, they finna hit her. Because it happens so often. Now, I've saw that happen to kids before, where parents have fought and did this in front of kids. And when you just do a little random movement, it terrifies them. Because they think they finna get that. Now, I understand that Marlene was not there, and she had a lot of men in and out of Martell's life. And his daddy was gone for damn near half his life. If you've been in jail 20 years, you might well stay gone. Because you weren't able to teach him nothing. But here you are now, at this big age, and don't know how to love your kids. Because you been a narc. And I did a video not too long ago, and it was talking about narcissistic people and how they can start being that at 8 years old. So throughout his life, he's dealt with this. So now that you have your own kids, you want to take what has happened to you and place it on them. And that's the crazy part about it, because you think about it. If somebody punched you in your head and it hurt, why would you want to place that on your child? If somebody hit you in your little nuts, why would you want to do that to your child? You know how it felt. If somebody hollered at you and did things to you, you know how I feel, but you rather take the feeling that hurt you and hurt them with it. And then you go sit in court and ask, or say, I will let them be on TV if you let me show them some heavy-handed love. You rather abuse your kids than to love them. And so now that you can't, excuse me, y'all. So now that you can't put your hands on them, you gonna use coleslaw, ignorant ass daughter, to do it for you. So you go to her and say, look, I can't put my hands on them, but can you tell, and you can't put your hands on them, can you tell parents to do it? And her being a young girl, really don't know, but all you got to do is tell a child, oh, they got this and they got that. See, Ariane pitting them against them because those kids have way more than her, which she's making them jealous of her kids. Kids have enough things to worry about in school these days with peer pressure versus having to come home and deal with the same thing. So because you can't do it, I'm going to use somebody else to do it. And you're going to use a child. And whether she know it or not, the way you treat them kids, baby, you got to grow up one day. And karma got to spin the block. And y'all probably ask why I always say that, because I believe in that. I believe in what go around, come around. So you have to be careful about how you treat people. Because you don't want nobody to do you like that. And your day one day may come. Your number one day going to be called, hello? Might as well call it karma. So you're going to have to answer that call. And so then you got little Miles Monroe, Matt, whatever that boy name is, damn it. I can't remember. He got so many names. He's always around here hitting on Ariane, you know, doing all this stuff to Ariane, and not only, and I know not only her, but to the kids. But see, it's what he see. It's what he see happening to his own mama. So Ariane said in one video, when he was telling parents that hate her, oh, he get that from his other siblings. Now I wouldn't really think nowhere in the world that those kids really hit the world word hate from home to say it to anybody. No, Ariana has said so many times that she hated Martell, so it's been installed, it's implanted in the little boy. Now what gets me is that he don't know his ABCs probably, but he can say I hate you. He's 3 years old and not potty trained, but he said I hate you. He can know how to have the best tantrums ever, but he can say I hate you. Martell, when you at the house, what are you teaching this little boy? Because the other kids are well off, but you try to use these kids to hurt their mama because you chose a woman that destroyed your family. It ain't their fault. So I can't have your mama, so I'm just gonna hurt y'all. Who does that? That was your dumb decision. And see, that's why you may be the bad decision right there. Y'all, but as we look back at these fathers, I would say Big Lou and Courtney, I have absolutely no problem with y'all. Because we saw the interactions that you've had with your sons. And that y'all seem to be good fathers. But these other 4 dummies right here, these other 4 bad decisions, I can't say that. Time and time again, we have saw on this show where y'all are not stand-up men to your family or your kids. You know, it's sad when your son got to tell you how disrespectful you are to their mother. Marceau's son, one day, Marceau was at the table and he said something very rude and disrespectful to Tisha, and the son called him to the rug on it. Now, how do a teenager got better sense to say that you wrong and you don't know you wrong? And it's, to me, I don't know anything about Chris Fletcher's father or where he was at. You know, we know Marceau and Maurice and all them other Bama kids was raised by their father because their mama was too busy raising the other college kids. So it's like, what did your father teach you about how to be a man? You got these women on these shows being the mother to men, and it shouldn't happen. In today's society, our black men are leaving here so quick in these streets because they don't have the love of a father in the home to teach them how to be a man and what the right things to do. So they go out here in the streets and they look for love and look to how to be a man in the streets. And then you got these girls out here looking for love in all the wrong places. The men they going to get out here, they're trying to get somebody like their father, which they shouldn't. And they get hooked up with the wrong people. Because all they want and they crying out for you is, where's my daddy? Where's my father at? You know, it's all right for a mother to be able to teach a child, these boys how to cook, clean up, you know, do their laundry, iron, hem up their clothes. Because one day, these boys are going to go out in this world and be on their own. And you got to learn how to do something. Because I wouldn't want not one man that can't do nothing for himself. If you're a man, I need you to bring something to the table. At least a tap on the bottom of the table so it won't rock and knock everything off. But y'all don't have that kind of time for your kids. For these boys, a simple haircut, going to the shop and getting your haircut, spending the day with you, y'all don't have that kind of time. And when they get older, and no offense to Chris, and be like, look, Chris, you want to figure out what happened. Go back, get your mirror, and say, mirror, mirror on the wall, how did I go wrong? And it's going to say, you wasn't there. You didn't have time. You was too busy out here searching. Look, you was too busy out here, in our young words, looking for linebackers, drinking all the time, living your best life. So you didn't have time for your kids. That's where you went wrong at. But when we look at families, y'all want to say we entrepreneurs, you want to say we millionaires, you want to say we got all these businesses. But what you need to first do is start at home. Work that business out right there. Show us better fathers every season. Show us where you got time for your kids. I'm not asking for much myself, but be better. Because after listening to those court documents, it really made me think about all the other daddies on these shows, on this show. So my question again is, where are the real fathers? Can the real fathers please stand up? Because we got a bunch of BDs on this show. And please, look, listen to this video right here with all your heart, and turn your ears up on high so you can hear where you need to go back and change some things in your life. And be a father and not a bad decision. So y'all, that's all I got for you. This right here is hard, because I look at our generation these days. These kids these days are cut from a whole another cloth than what we were cut from back then. I know a man, a couple of people that live here that had 2 separate families. Had 10 kids with his wife, and I think 7 of them with the other wife. But he spent time with his kids at home and them other kids right there. But y'all got kids that live in the home with you every day. 1 and 2 and 3 of them. But you can't be a father to them. Y'all say you're grown. Grow up. Be better parents. So that we can't say that our kids, my kid or your kid, was lost to the system or lost to the world because I wasn't there. So again, for the real fathers, please stand up. But before I go, I do have one thing to say that it kind of goes with this video. But I was just thinking, well, if you look at the simple fact that Ariane told Nate all this stuff about Melanie's childhood, all this stuff happened to her. But in my opinion, it was really not Melanie's childhood, but it was Martell's. And that was his way of saying, this what happened to me as I was growing up. But I don't want to tell nobody that it was me. And this is my opinion. I don't want to tell nobody this, that this person hurt me, or that person hurt me. I don't want to say it was me, so I'm gonna put it on Melody. I'm gonna let her take the weight of my troubles on her shoulders, because it really happened to me. But I don't know how to tell nobody. And that's the reason why he's in the situation he's in now, because I don't want to go to counseling. I don't want to go to therapy like the judges are asking them to go. I don't want to go. And the reason why he don't want to go is because he don't want to face the demons and say, you know what? It was me. I'm the one that went through this. I'm the one got hit in the head. I'm the one that got kicked and everything. I'm the one that got touched. He crying. But he don't want to admit at the same time it was me. And see, Martell know if I go to therapy and I lay down on that couch and I begin to talk to them people, y'all, I'm sorry, I'm getting teared up. It's going to bring up my past. It's going to allow me to see me. Because all that hurt, what I did was I took a shovel and I dug up some dirt. And I thought I put all that hurt in the ground and covered it up. And if I get on this couch, they're going to uncover that hurt that I had as a child. And yet he don't realize. Y'all, I'm sorry because he told me. But he don't realize the hurt that they inflicted on him, he is now inflicted on his kids. And it's not right. Because he has masked that hurt with so much other stuff in his life that he can't see that, you know what, I'm tearing my own kids down. But I don't want to know, I don't want nobody to know that all this happened to me. So I'm going to reenact this on my kids to see if they going to hurt as bad as I am. And y'all, we have really and truly, we have got to pray for these kids. Because the judicial system in Alabama is doing nothing for them. They telling this man, you need to go to court. You need to go to get counseling. And he's not going. He's like, I'm not going. Bottom line. So when you didn't go this time, what we're going to do is we're going to wait another 30 days for you to go. Instead of them just saying, look, you know what? We revoking all your rights. We taking your rights from you because you don't want to go get the help you need in order for you to have your kids. So just forget about it. You don't want to go, I can settle it all together by you not even getting your kids. But they keep putting them in harm's way. And my prayer is that nothing happens to those kids. And my thing is, one thing about me is that I don't speak nothing negative off my mouth when I don't think it. Because I know your thoughts and your thoughts are more powerful than what words come out your mouth. Because you can bring it to pass. But I say pray for them as far as the judge eventually saying, look, this is it. This is the end of the road for you. You ain't want to go get help. Because he really and truly needs help. And it's time for us to pray that Martell gets the help that he needs. And those kids do too. So that as they grow up, the things that they have endured now won't go into their adulthood with them. Because as seeing the fear in that baby's face, it brought him pleasure. To see his child hurting and in so much pain, and that's crazy. That is crazy to say, I want to threaten you. I want to threaten you with this right here. And they've been hit so much. Because to me, when it comes down to little girls especially, I feel like the mother should, if they're going to get any kind of spanking, because I believe in spanking, let the mother do it. Because they should never grow up thinking it's all right for a man to hit them. That's just my opinion. So y'all, let's come together. Get past how we feel about Melody, because it ain't about her. That's my thing where everybody talking about, everybody wanna, I don't like her, I don't like her, I don't like her. Forget she's grown. She can handle herself because she did when she walked out. But those kids are still in the midst of this. Forget about your feelings about her. I'm telling you, lay them aside. Think about those kids. What if they were your kids? See, all this, oh, y'all trauma bonding. We're not all trauma bonding when it comes down to these kids, though. But I have worked in the school system for years. And I see kids being ABUSC. And we as adults got to get past the childish stuff. Y'all, I didn't mean to make this video so long, but this just, this has done something to me when it comes down to those babies and just thinking about seeing that baby's face. Just seeing the fear. If somebody walked by her and just literally wave their hand, throw their hands up to wave their hand, she's gonna duck. And it hurts. Y'all, but whew, that's all I have for you. You already know what to do, and let's have a great day on purpose.
She got the news.